Alright, what is up YouTube? I am back with another video for you guys today. So in today's video, we are going to be working on a customer's car today. So we are going to be changing the front grille and the rear diffuser with a carbon diffuser, which I'll show you right now. Hopefully this doesn't hit the garage. Alright. So this is the diffuser we're going to be installing, and it's going to be getting rid of this ugly diffuser right here. And this is a nice carbon fiber, real carbon, so I have to drill the holes out. And yeah, so y'all stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to install a diffuser and a front grille on this S7 right here. So if you haven't done it or don't know how to do it, well, you're about to learn in this video, so let's get to it. So yeah, so we're gonna come over here and I want to show you how to remove these little plastic pieces first. So there's two clips here, one here, one here. I already removed the cover over here. So this is how it comes off. You just slide out like that, up, and then keep sliding it and it comes off just like so. And then that's out the way. This is out the way. Those two clips are out the way. Now this tray should slide on up. And yeah. It's a bit annoying, but it pops up. Now I see why he wants to get rid of it, because of this grill is all messed up. Grab those clips, put them where the other clips are, and then yeah, now this is out the way. We'll set that over to there, and now we got to get to the annoying screws. So there's 4, I believe, at the top. So there's gonna be one here, one over here, one over here, and one over here, and then there's 4 down here, and I think there's a couple over here, and then I think there's 2 over here. Yeah, that's a lot of screws, but I'm gonna show you which ones you will need to take off, or the important ones for the most part. So if you don't know where the placement of the screws are, you can always go back and get the other grill, the one that you purchased or that he bought. So I'm gonna get this grill, set it over there so I can see where are the locations for me to look at for where the bolts are, so that can make it easier instead of me looking and sticking a mirror in between to find the bolts. I can just see based off the grill, and that will give me a glimpse of where I need to look, and I'll find the bolts. And all the bolts are T25, so that's for you to know. And let me show you the grill that he wants to put on. It's this one right here. So that's gonna go like that. And when you install it, I'm gonna show you that you need to paint this little piece. Once you remove this, so it's all hidden and ugly, this little plastic behind the bumper is gonna show in between that. So you have to paint that piece black, and I'll show you how to do that as well. It's very annoying, and I'm also gonna have to take off this and transfer that over to the new grill. And I don't know if he wants this badge as well, so we'll see. I'll probably have it off, so if he wants to put it on, then we can do that as well. But let's get into the install. I'm gonna put y'all on my tripod and speed it up in time lapse, because it's gonna be an annoying job. So yeah. All right, so right now I'm taking off the bumper. I'm removing the screws, and as you can see, I just want to show you all the screws that you're gonna remove. So there's 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 there, and then 5, the one bumper to fender. And then those are the 5 screws on the sides. And then once you remove those screws, there's 1 right here, 1 right here, and then the ones under the car. I'll pick up the camera once I get to there. I'm gonna remove this side, and then once I get to the bottom piece, I'll show you how many screws are there. All right, so I came across a problem. So on the 5th screw, as you can see, the bracket's bent and it's inward and the screw's over here. Cause I was looking at like, how the hell am I gonna take out that screw? And I was like, oh wait, he got aftermarket big wheels, and when you turn, he hit this and bent it inward. So in order for me to get to that bolt, I have to bend it back outward like the other side and get to that bolt. Cause let me show you on this side. It's perfectly straight. He bent this bracket right here and that. So I have to get pliers, bend it back straight, take off that bolt, and then we can work on the bottom. All right, so after some time and my skills, I got it straight and now it's off, and the bumper sat better because I saw the bumper was popped out like this, but now it's sitting like this once I screw it back in. So we can pop that off and get to the bottom screws now. Let's go. All right, so I got all the bumper screws off. There is 5 in the middle and there's 2 on each side. So a total of 9 screws for the bottom, and then 5 screws on each corner, and then 2 screws here. And then the bumper should come off. So I'm gonna put it in time lapse for you guys and then remove the bumper. All right, so bumper's off. Now I can reach all the screws. So I'm gonna put it in time lapse again and then remove the grill. Alright guys, so I want to show you a problem that I'm running into. So everything's off, the grill wants to come off, but there's a few more screws holding the grill in right over here. So once you remove those, I think that's 3 more screws out of the 12 that you have to remove off the grill, and then the 5 off the bumper on both sides, and then the 9 on the bottom of the car. So you get the gist. There's a whole bunch of screws, and yeah, so let me go ahead and remove those screws and then pop this thing off. All right, YouTube, so I disconnected the bumper completely. I detached the bumper from the car, and it's these 2 screws, one right here and one right here, and that removed the grill. As you can see, it's completely detached. I just need to move this little clip out the way so it can come out. And then, as you can see, I have to remove that little clip and that little clip so it can come out. And that's about it for taking off the grill on an Audi S7. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. So let me take those 2 sensors off and transfer this grill on here. All right, so now that the grill is off, the things I have to transfer are this sensor onto this grill. As you can see, has a placement over there and over there, and this front facing camera on here. So I am looking and I don't see a spot to put it, so I'm gonna have to figure out a place for it somewhere here. So I'm thinking I might just put it in the center right here. I think that's where they want it to be, I'm guessing, or I can probably hide it somewhere here. I'll figure that out, just because I don't want to not put that on. So I'm gonna find a place where I can put this on. All right, so the camera's off now. We're moving the sensor, so you just have to push these little 2 tabs out and then just push it from the back, and then the sensor comes off, and we got to transfer this and put it where it goes, right here. So that goes there and the other one goes over there. So now we don't need this grill. All right, so the sensor on both sides are on. Now there isn't a place to put the camera, so I don't know if this don't even run a camera. So still thinking where I should put it. Maybe somewhere here, but I don't know. It's not gonna look nice. All right, so once you remove the grill, you're gonna know this is silver. You have to paint this black because when you put the new black RS7 looking grill with the diamonds, that this is gonna show gray and it's gonna look very ugly. So you have to paint this little piece black so it matches. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and show you real quick. Let me go grab the grill and put it in front of it so you can know what I'm talking about if you're not new or familiar to what I'm talking about. So if I were to put this on, you can see that it's silver and it looks very ugly. So I'm gonna paint that black so it's hidden and looks nice. All right, so now it's all painted nice, gloss black, matches the grill. So now when I go to put this on, you don't see it. So we'll let that dry. All right, so I want to show you a little issue I was running. So over here, as you can see, the bolt, where the bolt goes in is right here, but the thing is over there where the screw goes into. So what I'm gonna have to do is drill a hole here and like make an opening so this thing can slide in and it can sit flush, because as you can see, it doesn't really sit too flush. But on this side, as you can see, I made an opening and it came right out, and then I put the screw on, and as you can see, it's nice and flush with the bumper. So once I get this one fixed and done, then I can slap the grill back on the car. All right, so now it's all in. Now I'm gonna slap the bumper back on the car, so I'm gonna put it in time lapse for you guys, so let's go. All right, so the bumper is on. Now I just gotta fasten up the side and everything else, and we should be good from there. All right, YouTube, so the front grille is all installed. As you can see, nice and OEM, all the fitments nice on it. Now, time to install the carbon diffuser. Ooh, look at that sexy beast over there. Yeah, now time to install this, which is gonna be very easy because there's a few screws right there, and then all this is clips, it pops off. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so let's get under here. So we have one screw right there, two right here, and three right here, and then everything else should clip. It's all clips, it should just pop off, I believe. Yeah, so just 3 screws, and you have to use a pry tool and get in between this and slowly pry it out because you don't want to damage anything. But yeah, very easy to install the diffuser. The pain part was the front grille, but we knocked that out. So now let's knock out the diffuser and we should be good from there. All right, so I got the 4 screws drilled out and the brackets in nicely like OEM. So now I have to drill out these holes. So I have to find a drill bit the same size as these little square things. So once I drill out those, I'm gonna leave this diffuser in the sun for like 5 minutes so it can heat up a little bit, because the material is very hard. It doesn't want to bend, so it does have a little curves and stuff, and I'm gonna have to bend it upwards to push in. And like, let's say if I get this side in, this side will be bent down a little bit, so I have to bend it up. So the heat will transfer the material, make it a little less dense for me to bend a little bit so I can slide it in. So we'll see what that does, but I might just try to force it a little bit to put it in, but you don't want to force it too much or else it'll crack and break because this material is very annoying. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, YouTube, so after some time I got the diffuser on. I didn't film it because it was a pain in the ass, because I was having issues with fitment issues, and I thought heating it in the sun for 5 minutes was going to help, but that didn't help at all. So I had to use a heat gun, and I had to go from one side all the way to the other because it was bent and sagging, and it wasn't really straight and like direct fit. So I had to contact the company and tell them, and the company said, oh, it is direct fit, blah blah blah, and they didn't really help out. So I told the customer that it wasn't fitting right, and the company wasn't even helping. So what I did was I was like, you know what, let me just try to figure a way to install the diffuser with my skill and knowledge, and boom, would you look at that, I got it on. It was a bit of a pain. So what I did was I drilled out those 3 holes, and I had to put extra screws, one right there, and since this side was being a pain, I put another one there, and I put an extra one just to be safe in the corner. So yeah, now it's good to go, no issues, and it looks great, way better than before. But would I recommend this diffuser? No. I would suggest going with a more plastic one that has a carbon fiber look, but not carbon fiber fiberglass, because it's very annoying to install. So yeah, but it looks great, and the front looks great. This car is done for the day, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap everything up, clean up, and that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.